Life Warriors, happy hump day. How are you? How are you doing? How have you been? How was your work week so far? Have you been practicing stress management? Have you been playing this week? Have you been playing as hard as you work? Did you add a little fun, play, joy, satisfaction to your life? I hope so. It is Wednesday. Already, we are halfway through the week. And if you're waiting for your stresses to go away, if you're waiting for things to just be playful and fun, you'll be waiting forever. It's in your best interest to figure out how to add play, fun, joy, laughter into your everyday moments, right? All moments can be up leveled with play, fun, and joy. You do not have to just go through the motions. You do not feel like you're obligated or live up to duties. You can enjoy what it is that you're doing in any given thing that you're doing. You can enjoy it by adding play, fun, laughter to it. Believe it or not, anything can be up leveled with play, fun, laughter. So I hope that even if you're in a work environment that is not healthy, maybe a little toxic, maybe, that you bring the fun, the play, the joy, the laughter, all the good stuff. You make sure, because we spend so much time at work, over 70% of our time at work, that you're bringing in and adding all the juiciness that you want, right? Don't wait on anyone else, because you may wait forever. You may continue business as normal until you burn out, right? Until you're too stressed out. And then what? You're looking for another job, and then you find another job, and the cycle continues, right? So you can go to another place. You'll just be stressed out at another place. The trick is to learn to manage your stresses, to learn stress management, so that regardless of where you are, you can make it the type of environment that you enjoy. You can just pull some tricks out of your toolbox and make sure that you're not just uncomfortable, right? That you can transmute any given situation to work out for your best interest. So I'm gonna give it about one more minute. Share with me in the chat, in the message, in messages below. What are you doing today? Or what did you do today to add fun? So what are you doing for fun today? What did you do to add fun if you've already done it? If you think that you can't play today, what are you doing this work week to add fun, play, joy to your life? This weekend, right? We don't want to just spend our weekends after we worked all week just doing chores, catching up on household duties. We want to make sure that all of our days count, right? We don't want to just live for the weekend. That's no fun, right? You deserve to have a life that's worth living, a life worth dying for. And so it's in our best interest to do that for ourselves, not wait for someone to come and save us, because we will be waiting forever. It's in your best interest just to figure out what makes you happy, what brings you play, what makes you feel relaxed and less stressed, and do it every single day. You deserve it. And the world would be so much better if we all played every single day and showed up for ourselves. Don't you agree? All right, I'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, Work Life Warriors. Happy Hump Day. How are you? I am Ebony Davenport, and I teach stress management. I show people how to utilize fun management solutions to decrease stress and counter burnout so that we're happier, healthier, and well balanced. I use over 75 tips, tools, tricks, and techniques to manage stress. But today we're going to talk about the king of stress management, which is deep breathing. Yes. So, breathing is something that we don't even think about, right? We just kind of do automatically. We don't really consider that we're breathing until we can't breathe, right? It is a necessity of life that we take for granted. It is our life force. It's vital to our existence. And when we are feeling stressed, out of control, our breathing rhythm is the first thing that is impacted. So our breathing rhythm changes under distress, right? And many of us don't even know that we're doing it because we don't breathe properly anyway, right? We're taught to stand up straight, put our shoulders back, suck it in, which makes sure that, well, ensures that we're not breathing correctly or properly, because poor breathing habits diminish the flow of gases to and from the body, making it harder for us to cope with any stressful situation. And improper breathing contributes to many different chronic diseases and illnesses like anxiety, panic attacks, depression, muscle tension, headaches, fatigue, many more, right? When you don't get enough air to your lungs. Your blood is not properly oxygenated, your heart rate increases, your muscle tension increases, and your stress response is turned on. And many of us don't realize that we live in a state where our stress response is always turned on, right? We're constantly stressed out, and we tend to think of stress as physical symptoms. But stress, the one that when we say we're stressed, we're normally talking about emotional stress. Physical stress, you break an arm, of course you're stressed out. Emotional stress, toxins, all type of things in the environment, they may cause physical symptoms, right? But it is an emotional stress. So when you talk about stress, 9 times out of 10, we are talking about emotional stress, right? And so a lot of us are feeling emotions throughout the day. We're up, we're down, we're feeling stressed out all the time, and we don't know that we're feeling stressed out. We just move through life, and when we're not in a stressful situation, we think we're no longer stressed, right? But that's just not how stress works. Our body keeps the score. So although you're no longer in that stressful environment, if you didn't directly decrease the cortisol in your body, if you did not intentionally combat stress, then your body keeps the score. And the energy, because emotions are just energy in motion, stays trapped in your body, and it causes disease and illness. They say 90% of doctor visits are for stress related problems, right? So many of us are, holding on to the emotion and the stress, and it's creating many blockages in our bodies that cause disease and illnesses. And we don't really take in enough oxygen to help our body heal, to stay in the equilibrium, to keep us in the right mind space. And because we're taught, just in general, the way we breathe or how we stand is the correct way, and it's not necessarily the correct way. Many of us breathe through our throat, which is not the correct way of breathing. An anxious individual normally takes shallow, deep breaths, moving air in and out via their shoulders, rather than their diaphragm or their chest. Shoulders or chest, they're the same. And so this type of breathing throws off the gas equilibrium, and it makes it harder to cope with stress. And there isn't a day that we have without stressors, right? I don't think anyone can name a day without stressors, even if it's just a petty annoyance or a daily hassle, right? We all have stressors. So if stress is impacting our breathing and our breathing is impacting our health, we have to keep an eye on our breathing. We have to be aware of how we're breathing in any given moment. So learning to be aware of your breathing by practicing slowing and normalizing your breaths, your mind will become quiet and your body will relax. Breathing awareness and good breathing habits will enhance our physiological and our physical well-being, whether we practice them alone or in combination with other relaxation techniques like meditation, yoga, walking, eating, reading. When we inhale, the air is drawn in through our nose, and that's if we're breathing through our nose, because a lot of us breathe through our mouth. So it is drawn in through our nose, where it is warm to body temperature, humidified, and partially cleansed. Our diaphragm is a sheet-like muscle that separates our lungs from our abdomen, and it facilitates our breathing by expanding and contracting when we breathe in and out. So with each breath of air, we obtain oxygen and release the waste product, carbon dioxide. So we talked about the chest and thoracic breathing, which most of us, when I first discovered deep breathing techniques, I realized that I was breathing this way, because again, we're taught to put our shoulders back, head up, suck it in. And so a lot of the air that comes in moves in and out of our body via our mouth or our shoulders and chest, right? And so chest or thoracic breathing is associated with anxiety and other emotional distress. It's common in people who wear restricted clothing, lead sedentary lives, or stressful lives. Chest breathing is shallow and it's often irregular and rapid, right? So you're not getting enough oxygen for your body to do its job. What we want to do is practice mindfulness and be in the moment to practice more abdominal and diaphragmatic breathing. So, abdominal breathing is how we breathe naturally when we're sleeping or as newborn babies. If you ever um, watch the newborn baby sleep, you sit them on their back, you'll see their belly rise in and out, kind of like what we're doing when we're sleeping, but we can't really watch ourselves, right? So go and watch a baby sleep. That is the natural way that we should be breathing. The air is drawn in deep into our lungs and it is exhaled from our diaphragm, not necessarily our chest or our throat. Our breathing is all even and non-constricting when we do this type of breathing. The respiratory system can do its job of producing energy from oxygen and removing waste products, right? And so it's very important to kind of know which way you're breathing at all times. Now, it sounds impossible. I get it. I remember when I first started learning about this, I thought impossible for me to focus on something that is automatic. We never had to focus on our breathing ever before, right? So it would be very difficult or complicated to focus on something that is automated, right? So I had to just do it in stints, right? I set an alarm on my phone and maybe did it for 1 minute in the morning, afternoon, and evening. And then I just increased the amount of time that I did it and how often, right? And then I wanted to see if I could spend 10 minutes and 20 minutes. And then throughout the day, it was just constantly figuring out what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, how I'm breathing. And that is what breathing awareness do. It also helps with your emotional state because you're aware of if you're feeling stressed, right? Which stress impacts your breathing. And then it helps you to figure out what you can do in the moment to decrease cortisol, to combat stress, to put your body in an equilibrium. By increasing awareness of our breathing and shifting to more abdominal breathing, we can reduce the muscle tension and anxiety present with stress related symptoms and thoughts. And diaphragmatic breathing is the easiest way of eliciting a relaxation response. Now, there aren't many ways, especially in this society, that we can elicit a relaxation response almost instantly, right? Deep breathing is one of them, and we can do deep breathing anywhere. Most of our stress comes from thinking about the past or worrying about the future. But when we are in the present moment, when all of our attention is focused on our deep breathing, there isn't any room for anything else to enter. And that's why deep breathing is the king of stress management. It gets your body mind equilibrium back in order. And then also it puts you in the present moment where you have the ability to change what is happening. So we are going to do about 3 to 5 small breathing exercises, and then we're going to chat a little bit. So, are you ready, work life warriors? All right. What I want you to do is I want you to sit straight up in your chair. I want you to plant your feet. We are going to inhale and exhale through our nose only. Okay. Inhale and exhale through our nose only. We're going to concentrate on our breathing only. We're going to place one hand over our heart and one hand on our belly. And as we breathe in, we'll feel our belly rise. And as we breathe out, we should feel our belly lower. The hand on our belly should move more than the hand on our chest. So it's kind of checking if we're doing abdominal breathing or thoracic breathing, but we're really just trying to elicit a relaxation response. We're going to focus on listening to our breathing for 1 minute and see if our breathing is robust or shallow, because then we'll know where to start, right? We want to make sure that our breathing is even and non-constricting. We're not taking tiny, shallow, irregular breaths, right? Because that is not how we'll get the benefits from practicing deep breathing. So sit straight up in your chair, plant your feet. We're going to inhale and exhale through our nose only, and we're going to concentrate on moving more air into our belly than our chest. Okay, ready? I know you can see my chest moving, but my belly is moving way more. One more time. Good job. Regular breathing. Is your breathing robust or shallow? Please share with me in the messages below. Share with me if you practice robust or shallow breathing. As mentioned, I was a shallow breather. I was a shallow chest breather, and I just had to work on it. So it's just a matter of practicing mindfulness and using the deep breathing technique when you need it. All right, exercise 2. We're going to inhale and exhale naturally. No need to rush or force air in and out. We're going to take some deep breaths. We're going to take in as much air as we possibly can without straining. When we inhale, we're going to let our shoulders naturally rise when we breathe. And when we exhale, we're going to let our shoulders relax, okay? Let's do 5 of these. And remember, it's no need to rush or force any air in and out. We're just taking natural deep breaths, okay? Ready? Good job. Regular breathing. Exercise 3. We're going to sit straight up in our chair, plant our feet, and inhale. We're going to feel the breath in our lower abdomen. So as we're inhaling, we'll feel it go through our nostrils, down our throat, past our chest, into our diaphragm. We will ignite our senses, right? What do we see, hear, taste, feel around us in this pause, and then we will exhale, right? So this is a mix between deep breathing and mindfulness. You can close your eyes if it helps, but what I want you to do is inhale and feel the air moving through your body. I want you to pause, ignite your senses. What do you smell, hear, taste, feel? And then I want you to exhale. We're going to do 3 of these. Ready? Last one, make it a big one. I think next week I'll do this standing up so you can see my diaphragm of my belly, because you can only see my chest. So we're going to do one more and then I am going to let you go. I like to do these within 15 minutes and I want to give you your time back. So what we're going to do is sit comfortably in our chair. We're going to breathe in through our nose. We're going to fill our belly all the way up. So take in as much air as you can till you can't take any more. You can open up your mouth as wide as you can, and then we're going to push it out, force it out with a ha, right? Ha, as hard as you can. We're going to do this 3 different times. So feel it all, fill your belly all the way up. Pause for a second and let out a ha. Force the air out. Ready? We're going to do it 3 times. Ready? It always feels so weird when I do that one, but I always feel so much better. It's like ripping the band-aid off. How do you feel, work life warriors? How do you feel after practicing the deep breathing with me for about 7 minutes? I would love to know. Put it down in the message for me. How do you feel after you practice deep breathing? Do you see yourself using deep breathing techniques in your most stressful moments? Is it something that you can use to decrease cortisol, to bring attention and awareness to any given situation or stimulus or stressor? Deep breathing is so powerful. It is such a powerful technique to go ahead and ground yourself, to renew yourself, to relax, to counter stress and cortisol in the body. And it is a quick tool. So you can use it anytime, any place, and no one will even know you're doing it, right? In the middle of a stimulus, you can always pause and take a deep breath so that you can respond the way that is most beneficial to you and those around you, which is the most important thing. You want to make sure that you're showing up in your best capacity, even in your most stressful situation. So I hope this helps, work life warriors. I hope that you have a plan to play today. I hope that you are planning to play this week, this weekend. You deserve a quality life. Go and add the play, fun, and joy into your life to improve the overall quality of it. You deserve to enjoy this one life, this one experience. You deserve to wake up every single day and be excited about a new day and not hit the snooze button 50, 11, 30 times. You deserve to add much needed value into this world and for the world to see your best self. That's why you were born. You are a missing piece to our puzzle. And so what you need to do is just manage your stresses so that you can be your best self and we can see the best of yourself and get the value that you were born here to give. So thank you so much, work life warriors. I will see you tomorrow for Thursday's tackle topic, on Friday for Fun Funny Fridays. Saturday will be Saturday Play. Sunday will be a book review. Monday, I'll be here with a tip, tool, trick, and technique to manage stress. On Tuesday, I'll release an article, and then back here on Wednesdays for our wellness work break, which is normally deep breathing. If you are interested in some stress management lifestyle consulting, please, you can check out my website for that. If you're interested to figure out what your stresses are and talk to an expert to figure out what tools, tricks, tips, and techniques you can use to implement into your already busy life to make sure that you are improving the quality of your life and having the experience that you really want. Also, I do group sessions. So if you're looking for a group stress management session, I teach stress management fun shops every third Saturday of the month in Raleigh. You can check out my website for that. It is like a party. We do 25 minutes of stress education, and then we spend the next hour and a half just playing and implementing what we learn. So thanks again, work life warriors. I want you to go out there and play today and every day and make today a great day. You deserve it. Have a great day. Bye.